My name's Dave Owens, and I am a professor here at Vanderbilt University. The IDEA program is a program that was partly business, but also they acknowledge all the innovation, all the design, all the entrepreneurship things that are going on. And we wanted something where you didn't have to go and try to become an entrepreneur as much as you could go and learn what it would take to do that. Students work in teams. It's a very team-centric thing. They're given a technology at the beginning of the program, and by the end of the program they have to construct a product around that technology, which includes a functional prototype and an appearance model, as well as a business plan and a launch plan for that.
So we had this concept of a teddy bear that uses Bluetooth to, we ended up deciding that it would make a really cool video game remote. So basically we have this stuffed bear that you squeeze his paws and his legs and he pairs to an educational video game. And we actually looked up some educational standards from the State Educational Board of Tennessee, things like that.
In the IDEA program, we really try to bring together a number of different disciplines. We have students from business, we have students from the arts, fine arts, we have students from liberal arts, we may have psychology, we may have sociology, we also have engineering. And in my sense is that lots of the changes, lots of the technology, lots of the innovation happening in the world is only going to happen across those disciplines when people come together. Because engineers can build a site, but they don't know what to build. And sociologists can say, or psychologists can say, people really respond to this, but they don't know how to build it in that way. And business people can say, wow, there's money to be made here, but they don't know what to make to make the money there. And so when we put together these interdisciplinary teams, they're able to sort of build across the team and first of all, learn what the other person knows and learn to respect it in a collaborative way, but then also to come up with something that you never come up with inside of your own sort of small world, but now you have this bigger world that you're drawing on.
The IDEA program is geared towards, I'd say it's bridging the gap between engineers and business students and management, and kind of transition their technology or their ideas from something that's in the lab and not so practical, but to something that can be actually commercialized or used. When you listen to a lecture in the morning, you're thinking about how it applies to what you're creating. And as engineers, most of us are ingrained with this desire to be making things. And so it really helps us to apply the new ideas. Otherwise, it can be more abstract and less concrete. And it makes something abstract more familiar and relatable to an engineer.
Design is about, I read once Steve Jobs said, design is about why we hate things, why things make us crazy. Like, why isn't there a button here? Why do I have to push this button twice? Things like that. And so bringing people through how designers think about that. Designer makes the stuff we use to live our lives. And I think that's a really critical point, that we are able to understand why these things are important and why things are made the way they are at a most basic level. But then if you want to change the world, how do I use that knowledge to then make something really cool?